Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and share about something that I'm learning to embrace. So, earlier this year, I'm not that much earlier, I'm gonna say like September, I found myself in a situation, and the only reason why I put myself in that position or that situation is because I received from somebody that this was a good situation to get into because I was earlier contemplating that situation, but I decided not. I eventually I decided at that time that that wasn't good for me, and so I just was like, well, no, I'm not gonna do that. But later on, because that was like last year, later on this year, around that time, someone was encouraging me to go ahead and just, consider that situation. And I said, well, I'll consider it, but I'm not going to really put too much effort to make the situation happen. Needless to say, let's just call the situation a relationship. So I found myself in this relationship easy. I didn't do anything. I didn't make the relationship happen. I didn't insist on anything going out anywhere. This person was really adamant about pursuing me. But at the same time, because last year when I was considering this relationship, I just was feeling like, this is not good. And I ended up blocking that person. Then later on, I unblocked that person. But now, when I got into this relationship, I was just feeling this uneasy feeling. Like I felt like, I don't want to be in this. I just was kept on praying and asking God, please help me, get me out of this. But then, I would speak to people and they would tell me like, tell me other things. So I was thinking like maybe I need to change my perception. Maybe I need to change. Maybe this is an opportunity for growing because I really like to grow. I like to change. I'm like one of those people who really enjoy self-help books and information on just basically bettering yourself. So I was like down for it. I said, well, maybe this is an opportunity to grow. And so I just stayed in a relationship, but I could not get over the fact that I was feeling this feeling like I don't want to be in this. I just was feeling like, Lord, please help me get out of this. And then there were some things that I was noticing that was off, even red flags. And but I chose to like, just give it to the Lord. And one thing I always told myself, I said, I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna be who I am, and I'm gonna allow time to reveal what's really going on. I just took it like that's what I was gonna do. And so as time went on, I just kept on feeling like this is not for me. And then finally I had said, Lord, if this is not for me, if there is something that needs to be revealed, please show it to me. And it wasn't even I don't think even 2 whole days. I just all of a sudden I received some information confirming that this relationship was not for me, and the Lord gave it to me in such a way that I could not ignore it. I could not think my way to make this into a better situation. I had no choice but to, I had no choice but to go with what I was always feeling. And so the reason why I'm making this video and sharing this is because I believe that when you have this feeling in you, that's the Holy Spirit telling you. And we have, as women, intuition. We can sense that something is not right. It's a gift. I feel like it's so God gives us this intuition to protect us, because I think one of the reasons why is because we're very susceptible to certain things. But when we have this feeling, it is to help us not to get caught up in just the outward things, because you would think that this person was like perfect, like a really awesome, like, I'm not gonna get too deep into this person, but you would never thought, basically. And I remember when I was considering this relationship, and last year I ended up blocking this person, and I was thinking, like, because I was like asking the Lord, what should I do? And I just sensed in me that the Lord was saying block them. And I felt like if I blocked them anyway, but I was thinking to myself, people gonna think I'm mean. People gonna be thinking that, like, how could I do that to him and all of that. But I said, I gotta roll with what I believe the Lord is telling me. And now, fast forward, I was like thinking, once again, after what I had discovered, I was thinking, like, maybe nobody's gonna believe me or whatever like that, or they're gonna look at me like, why would you, like, you played yourself. But I did not play myself at all, because at the end of the day, everything was revealed, and the Lord was just confirming what I was feeling, was that he was really warning me and really helping me to understand that this is not a good relationship for you. And so I just wanted to come on here, because I feel like sometimes too, we can get caught up on what somebody else is saying. Sometimes because we think that someone just is more knowledgeable in certain areas, they could see better than us, so we choose to go with what they're saying despite what we're feeling. But I tell you, I was wrestling within myself. I was feeling like I just can't do it. I said, if this person was to ever ask me to marry them, I probably couldn't do it. I just was feeling like I was in a place where I could not. It's no peace. I didn't have no peace. And there was times when it was like, oh, this is nice. But then I always came back to, I don't know, I don't want to be in this. And then eventually the Lord revealed to me everything. And he also confirmed it. Like, everything that, I was even thinking after the fact, he made sure he took care of those things too. And so it's important for us to embrace just discernment. This goes for men and women, everybody, that if you're feeling uneasy about anything, you don't have to rush into it. You don't have to do it. And if you already settled in your heart that you're not going to do it, don't let nobody talk you into it, because I really think that you have to allow them to confirm what you're saying, because if they're saying something else, they might have a different perspective. They might not even get what you're getting, because they're not going to be in the situation. So maybe they would not know, because they're not even in the situation. So that discernment is just for you, I would think. That's what I'm thinking, like, because I was sensing all of this, but I feel like nobody else was really seeing it. No one else was not even seeing it. No one was getting what I was getting. And so this is what I'm saying, that sometimes this could be just for you. So you cannot depend on other people to, like, to help you when you already feeling uneasy. Sometimes they're already going to think whatever they're going to think. And I found myself in that situation, because it was like I was very much alone in what I was feeling. And no one was like, it was no one I could, like, really, it was like they were just saying, telling me there's some other things I could be doing, but there was nobody else discerning what I was discerning. Well, I'm going to say one other person, but not to the extent that what I was discerning, like how I was feeling. And I didn't even get, and this is another thing, I didn't even get, like, the reason why I was feeling this way. I was just feeling like something that's not right. I was just feeling like something that's not right. And I would say with that, you're not going to always know why you're not feeling that. You just need to know why. You just needed to make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation that you can't totally get out of. Because what if I would have married this person? I would have been in a really, really bad place. I'm going to tell you, really, really bad place. And I'm just really grateful to God that he really, really was merciful, and he gave me he kept on giving it to me and wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let that feeling I was having go, despite my own self, despite my slowness. And then when I was like, Lord, crying out to him, he got me out of that situation. He helped me, and I'm just really grateful. So once again, if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like this situation or this relationship is not for me, then guess what? That relationship is not for you. You don't have to know why it's not for you. You just need to believe that this intuition, this discernment that the Lord is giving you, what you're discerning from the Lord, is to protect you, to help you. And ask God also to show you. You don't have to go through anybody's phones. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to be a detective. The Lord will reveal to you so easily. I'm not even playing. Everything, I just knew that in time, time was like on my side. So I knew, okay, listen, I knew I didn't need to be rushing into anything on top of that. And so remember, don't rush into anything, especially when you feel like this situation is not good. So this is what I wanted to share. And just keep in mind that the Lord loves you, and he can talk to you just like he talked to anybody else. You can hear from God. God says in the scriptures, it says that the Spirit of God will lead you into all truth, and you don't need no man to teach you anything. So you have the ability to hear from God, just like that person that you really think highly of. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Continue to spend time with the Lord. That's very, very important. And have a wonderful, beautiful day. All right, bye-bye.